Okay, so it finally happened. The Chicago Bulls have now retired Derrick Rose number 1 jersey. It is in the rafters along with the likes of Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Jerry Sloan, things like that. And honestly, this is much, much, much appreciated as a Bulls fan, right? I love when guys that I've had the opportunity to witness play the game the right way, get their flowers, so to speak. And who better than Derrick Rose, right? Drafted by the Chicago Bulls from Chicago, ended up being the number 1 pick in the draft after the many, many dark days that the Chicago Bulls had after Michael Jordan retired. Of course, we can go on and on and on about, the many players that went in and out of the Bulls organization until Derrick Rose did get there and made the Bulls once again relevant. Not championship relevancy, because unfortunately the Bulls did not win a championship while Derrick Rose was there. But seeing a player come in with a lot of pressure on his shoulders, not only from the organization standpoint, but from a city standpoint, and wanting to be able to carry on the torch, which is Chicago basketball. Derrick Rose did that better than, a lot of people put in that position that he was in. Now, of course, the conversation is, well, the Chicago Bulls didn't win the championship while Derrick Rose was there. Why should he get his number retired? I mean, if you think about Derrick Rose and all that he went through as a member of the Chicago Bulls, the many injuries and things like that, Luol Deng said it best in his speech, right? Because not only did we see Derrick Rose, number retired, but we seen a plethora of former teammates. We seen former coach Tom Thibodeau. So when you look at all that Derrick did, and Luol Deng did say something that, spoke to that effect when people talk about championships and all that, the injuries. Listen, Derrick Rose getting his number retired is our championship, and I couldn't say it no better myself. Of course, there were tears, and it was just one of those things that you love to see when you witnessed it firsthand. Derrick Rose's career as a Bull, even though it wasn't the longevity that many would have wanted it to be, and the outcome, but we're talking about the youngest MVP ever. We're talking about, again, like I said, a multi-time all-star. So a guy that, when it was time to put the game on his shoulders, had game-winning moments as a member of the Chicago Bulls. Who could forget that game winner versus the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs? So when you look at many of Derrick Rose's, just moments as a member of the Chicago Bulls, just moments as an NBA player, even if you go to his career high as a member of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Derrick Rose is one of the better players that ever graced the NBA floor. I know people get up in arms about whether or not he deserves to have his number retired. Let's kill that noise. And, should he be a Hall of Famer? Now, that's where it gets a little tricky, but I think being the youngest MVP ever should warrant him a space in the Naismith Hall of Fame. But Derrick Rose getting his number retired, I feel like it was just due. But let me know what you guys think.